Hello, and thank you for visiting this tutorial. This tutorial is a tutorial using the Symbolic Hieronymus Machine for the purpose of manifesting prosperity. Someone who recently purchased a Symbolic Hieronymus Machine inquired about the things that it could be used for. This person wanted to know if the Symbolic Hieronymus Machine could be used for improving his business as well as helping others. He also wanted to know how long it would take before he would see any results. Well, my response to this person was that, yes, this Symbolic Hieronymus Machine can indeed be used for manifesting prosperity generally, and specifically for improving his business. By following the directions that I include with each unit, you have the instructions for how to do just that. But in this tutorial, I will show you my process. And just to walk through before I actually show you, you just simply write down a clear description of what your desired intent is. The next thing is to identify the frequency for your witness, which I have here on the witness plate, and the desired outcome, the desired intention. And you would put that here on the remedy plate, or scratch pad actually, and which becomes a remedy plate after you determine the frequency. After you have a clearly written out desire and you've identified the frequency for that target as well as desire, you then determine how long you should broadcast that intention, and you can use your pendulum for that. And then after that, after you've written down your description of your desire, you've identified the frequency in which to broadcast, and then you determine how long to broadcast the desire, you then want to spend some time in meditation. Or in prayer. As you visualize that desired outcome. I would recommend somewhere between 5 and 15 minutes, depending on your comfort in meditation or prayer, or for whatever amount of time you intuitively feel inclined to do. So that's the quick walkthrough. But let me show you my process. Well, first let me give you some tips on how to improve your outcome for manifestation. What I've learned through all my studies of healing and manifesting is that those guides, those entities, that universal energy that answers our call for help or for aid, come to our aid and a higher degree, a deeper intensity, if you will, when that call for help is for someone other than ourselves. There's something about caring for others or aiding others, especially anonymously, where those guides that are around us, that are charged to respond to our call, but only when we make the call, they come in greater numbers when it is a selfless act of aid. So having said that, if you want to increase your chances of manifesting your desired outcome, I would suggest that you broadcast a similar intent for manifestation for someone else. So in this particular example, this person wanted to use his device, his Symbolic Hieronymus Machine, to, I believe his words were, to grow his business beyond his wildest dreams, or something to that effect. So choose someone else that has an online business. Could be someone you know or someone you don't know. And anonymously go through the process, following the instructions that will come with your device, or has come with your device if you already have one, and broadcast an intention of prosperity or success for someone else. And I would do that for every time that you want to manifest a blessing or prosperity for yourself. At least 1 to 2 times do it for someone else. And it could be someone you don't even know. And when you don't know that person, you typically don't know what their desire is or what's best for them. So you will word your description, or you would word your treatment card, something that is, specific, but then add or something better. For example, I have an online business. So in this person's case, since I am broadcasting intent for him, I would say something, well, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. I start each affirmation, each manifestation affirmation, I start and I end with the words, I am. I've accepted that whenever I start and end an affirmation with I am, those words create a power of manifestation for me. So I write, I am. I thank the one creator for making manifest a continuously prosperous and increasingly profitable online business for, and I have this person's name, with harm to no one and for the greater good of all. I am. And I end that with the Om symbol, and then my personal glyph, if you will, that I use to add energy to my desired manifestation. I'll do another tutorial dealing with glyphs, ciphers, radionic images, and so forth. I also use my radionic images that I submit or I send with the kits. And this one is, I attract to me unlimited abundance. I also use this image, which shows currency. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more and more prosperous. Those images are used to focus your attention, to focus your visualization of creating prosperity for your target. Just generally speaking, I've learned that those who have higher success with healing or manifesting prosperity using radionic devices have a harmonious state of mind about them. The more harmonious your state of mind, the more harmonious you are with those around you, the better you are able to engage and to employ those healing and prosperity energies that are around us. For example, the person who is kind, compassionate, and harmless has a greater degree and greater efficacy of using and generating and transmitting healing energies and energies of prosperity and blessings than the person who is dishonest, selfish, or unkind. So, to the extent that you can maintain as an ideal for yourself to be in that state of mind of harmless to everyone, regardless of the person's economic background, social background, race or creed, but everyone with kindness, you'll find that the universe aligns itself up to aid you. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I think that's it. So when you are determining the frequency, you can do it manually using the dial, or you can use a frequency chart and with a pendulum. And the symbolic pendulum chart that I'm using goes from 0 to 100, or from 10 to 100, and then you have to induce the numbers in between. And now I obtained the frequency when I wasn't filming, when there were no lights, and when I was in a meditative state of mind. But I'm still getting the same frequency. Here it shows between 50 and 55, and then I narrowed it down by asking to myself, is it 51, 52, 53, so forth, until I obtained a frequency of 54 using the Symbolic Hieronymus Machine. Now that frequency for this person may not be exactly the same frequency that he obtains. The frequency works for me, works for my state of mind, works for my region of the world, works for my level of awareness, consciousness, and so forth. So the frequency that I would broadcast from or on will not necessarily be the same for the other person or the target, if the target was doing it for himself, or if someone else was doing it for the same target. The frequency is a reflection of all the parties involved, the operator, the practitioner, the target, and the remedy. I think that's it for that.